Hello and welcome to my channel. My name is Hannah and I'm a domestic cleaner Monday to Friday, including a few Saturdays. When I'm not working on the weekends or even some evenings, I like to get out into my garden. Blue is in his catnip tub. I'm sowing seeds to what I'm going to grow this year, to watching my garden bloom over the seasons. From the veg bed to the flower beds, to keeping it maintained and picking up a few freebies along the way. Come and join me on my gardening journey. Let's do this. And so on the 28th of April, myself and two other friends made our yearly trip to Gardener's World. And like I have been since Easter, I've been having my breakfast on the doorstep, listening to the birds singing.
What do you mean you're leaving me for the day, Mum?
We left home at about 9:30 and we got stuck in some traffic, so we had to make a quick pit stop in this pub. What lovely scenery we got through the New Forest, and we saw a few horses too. And we are here. Sorry for the dodgy picture though. It was definitely a lot busier this year because we had to park in a field like miles away, it felt. The first thing we had to do, however, as it was lunchtime, was find some lunch, and it was this place for pizza. I shared a pepperoni pizza with my friend. As we waited for our pizzas to be cooked, we saw this act on the bandstand stage. Our pizzas are nearly ready, and then we had to just find somewhere to sit and eat our pizzas. Oh, and this year I decided to take my red jacket with me and not leave it in the car, like the joke I had with Adam Frost last year. My friend also got me a hot chocolate, which I pretty much drank before I remembered to take a photo. Sorry! This is looking over to the food area, and as you can see, it was busy. Much busier than when we were here last year. Then it was time to look at all the stalls. Look at this amazing wooden dragon bench. It wouldn't fit in my garden at all. And everyone loved these clematises. I think I saw loads of people with them in their trolleys. I loved seeing all the display stands in front of all the stalls. They were all very vibrant in colour and very, very pretty displays. Wish I could have a bougainvillea, but unfortunately they wouldn't survive the winters that we have in the UK, and I'd have to keep them indoors. I loved seeing all the different colours and variations of the tulips. Unfortunately they only last a few short weeks. I do have some in my garden, but not as many as I used to. Now this fruit looked very odd, but also interesting. And here's the details for it. I love amaryllis bulbs, however, my bulbs the last few years haven't done anything. This shrub is very unusual. It's called the Chinese fringe shrub. I loved having a look at all the variations of water features they had here at this stall. This duck one caught my eye, and it runs by solar power too. If only I could have one in my garden. And these wooden sculptures were amazing. I think they're made of driftwood or something, and some of them had been turned into benches too. A beautiful show garden. And another lovely show garden too. I also loved this show garden, especially with the details on the bench. We eventually found the Gardeners World subscriber lounge, and then we saw Francis Tophill on the stage.
So the director said, could you go and get through it? So we put this blanket on the sodden ground, and he was expected to lie on it, and he just went into my shed and tried to be as small as possible. And I was going, come on then, Lou, and he just backed away from me.
And then we went for a walk round the Abbey of the Kings. Now, if you saw my video for the New Forest last year, you will have seen I went round some of this already. However, in that video, I never went right into this part of the building, so here you go. Just look at the roof structure and how beautiful all of that woodwork is. And here is a model of the whole abbey. And then we had a quick walk to the front of Beaulieu Palace before walking through the wildflower area and coming across the pet cemetery. This is where all the pets from the people who own the Beaulieu Manor are now resting. Unlike last year, there are hardly many flowers in bloom. I only found these tulips. All the plants are so behind this year, unfortunately. We also went on the hunt to find a good spot to take our usual yearly group shot. These are the two girls I normally go to Gardeners World with every year. On the left is Kaz and in the middle is Louise. And then we had one last look around the grounds and plant stalls before we went home, and we came across the owls again. I did see them before, but they were really busy. You could actually hold one for £2, but I didn't. In fact, when I took these photos and videos, it was actually feeding time for the owls. However, I decided to not show these videos of them being fed, just the photos as they are. And then I had a quick look round the Hillier Secret Garden. Well, there wasn't much of it, but it was still very good. And then it was time to walk back to the car and head home. It was a long, tiring day. And as we left Beaulieu Motor Museum, we were able to see the Beaulieu donkeys, horses and ponies. New Forest is such a lovely place to visit with all the scenery. As I say, I will link my videos in the description box below so you can see the first and second part of my holiday from last year. But if you live in the UK and you can come to the New Forest, I really do suggest you do come and visit. It's such a wonderful place. And if you are from abroad, then please, one of the places you should visit is the New Forest. It's stunning. Although I had visited the New Forest as a kid, it was actually coming here to Beaulieu last year for Gardeners World that made me have a holiday here last summer. Oh, and our sat-nav took us back through Marchwood, where we stopped to the Pilgrim Inn on the way going. Definitely a pub we must visit again at some point. These were the skies that greeted us as we started returning for home. Thankfully, the day went without any rain. Yeah, I don't think you guys want to see me recording the grass, do you? Oops. And if you liked this video, please don't forget to like, subscribe and comment. Thank you.